There are three type of people who play the game of basketball. You have spectators, you have players, and then you have every once in a while game changers. In today's video, we're going to talk about the most underrated skills in the game of basketball and how mastering these skills will allow you to be one of the most dominant players on any court you walk onto. Let's get it. Hey guys, what's up? It's Coach Graham from Point 5 Basketball bringing you another video, another episode on this channel. We do film breakdowns on this channel. We do player profiles on this channel. We talk about advice and give you behind the scenes, inside of the locker room, inside of the coach's office advice to help you gain perspective so that you can elevate your performance. And so if that's something that you're into, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video out with somebody else. Guys, it's episode 3. And in today's episode, we are talking about the most underrated skills that I see in anybody's workout and how taking these skills, taking these things that people don't do, and including them into your game, including them into your workout, including them and putting a premium on the execution of these things will actually allow you to become one of the most dominant players on any basketball court. You can go from zero to game changer. That's what we're talking about. And so let's kind of jump right into it. Well, Coach Grant, before we start, why do I even care? Guys, I have seen so many times in so many gyms and so many reasons and players a failed opportunity to actually put a premium on the things that matter the most. Let's be real. You walk into 99% of most people's workouts right now, and you're going to see two things. They're going to be working on their, shimmy, hezzy, sham god, around this barrel jump shot. Look, and there is a place for that. You're going to look at you. I've seen viral videos go viral of third graders and fourth graders mastering these complicated dribble sequences. And guess what, guys, there is a place for that. However, when it gets down to the nuts and bolts, when it gets down to the steak and potatoes, many people fail to practice and fail to stimulate the right level of skill that they need to go to the next level. And when I say next level, I'm talking about the next level in your personal basketball journey, okay? Coach Graham, I want to go from right now I'm averaging, 4 points a game and 2 rebounds. How do I get more playing time? That's a great question. The answer is impact the game more. Coach Graham, I'm the 7th, 8th guy off the bench. I want to be a starter. The answer is really simple. Impact the game more. Coach Graham, I'm a junior, I'm a senior, and I have no collegiate opportunities outside of a lot of other factors that could be limiting your division, your collegiate opportunity. What do I need to do to get more playing time? I want my parents to come to the game and actually watch me play, spend more time playing than sitting on the bench. The answer is simple. Impact the game more. And in today's video, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the most underrated skills that you need to start focusing on that is going to allow you to impact and be a game changer. Let's go ahead and jump into number one. Number one, being a willing passer. You guys have no idea what I'm about to get ready to explain to you. Do you not understand that you don't tell me you're on a selfish basketball team? No. The reason why you're probably feeling like you're on a selfish basketball team is because there is not somebody hasn't become the catalyst to being a willing passing team. Guys, I heard a long time ago, there's only one difference between a selfless and a selfish team, and it starts with one pass. So let's go ahead and talk about it. The number one, you have to be a willing passer, okay? A skill that you need to improve upon, passing the ball. Couple situations about passing the ball. You need to be really good at the sideline advance pass, or in the game of 2K, I think you hit the X button or the Y button to pass the ball to the open player up the court. Don't exhaust too much energy being a really good passer. Here's another pass that you're going to have to be really good at: the off the drive pass. Whether that is a hook pass, whether that is um, a pocket pass, whether that is a post entry pass, whether that is a underneath the goal wrap around pass to the open corner or opposite corner. Guys, you cannot take passing the ball or being somebody that likes to pass the ball. Oh, well, if I pass the ball, I ain't going to be able to get me. No, 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 no. In fact, crazy thought. By you passing the ball, you'll get more of you. Think about that one for a second. Why would if you pass me the ball, now my dopamines and my endorphins go up. Now I actually like playing with you. Now, because both of our mindsets are more positive than they are negative, I want you to think about this. Now we both play better. And now, because we both play better, our averages go up. Guys, you cannot take for granted being a willing passer. That is most underrated skill number one. Very few people have a ball sequence, a passing sequence of some real game application of improving their passing. A lot of guys work on their ball handling, but very few guys work on their passing inside of a workout. Okay, two more passes that you want to be mindful of. That you want to really, really spend some time on: the baseline pass. The baseline pass, man. If you can get teams to rotate defensively and you're a really good passer, whether you're hitting the 45 or whether you're hitting the 180 or whether you see that guy cutting, man, if you're a guy that can consistently make that pass, you are becoming more dominant. Here's another one. Maybe, and this is not for everybody because I know the game's kind of transformed a little bit. Some guys, I don't have no back to the basket big. A post entry pass. Oh my goodness. We cannot take a really good post entry pass for granted. So that is most underrated skill number one, being a willing passer. Number two, being effective without the ball and on the catch. Being effective without the ball and on the catch. What are you talking about, Coach Graham? I'm talking about, do you have the go nowhere syndrome? Man, I cannot tell you how many guys have aspirations to go play at the next level, and I am telling you that your problem is you over dribble. You feel like you got to put the ball on the ground 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. By the way, your coach is thinking you're stalling the offense, okay, unless it's a ISO 101, you take your man off the dribble, or, you expose your man offense, which very few coaches are running that because very few coaches have dynamic high school players like that now. So you're probably stalling the offense with over dribbling, and 2, you're easily to guard. Because I know you're not going to pass the ball. So let's just run 2 guys at him and get him to get frustrated by trapping his butt across the court. And then let's go play basketball, right? Now you mad, your coach mad, and all your fans are mad. And now everybody mad. And now look at the scoreboard. We winning by 20. So underrated skill number 2, being effective on the catch and dribbling the ball. Think about this one. Your dribble to shot ratio. Just watching a video not too long ago. The better your ball handling and your shot creation is, the more time you spend with shot creation and ball handling, the more offensively effective you'll be. But being offensively effective doesn't mean that you have to dribble the ball 14 times. 2 to 3 dribbles. I always tell guys that we're training in the gym, I recommend that one thing we do when we do play ones the last 10, 15 minutes of any workout, it's a 3 dribble, 1 shot max. You can always get the offensive rebound. That's cool. But 3 dribbles, 1 shot. 3 dribbles, 1 shot. Why? Because it makes the game more game-like. It forces you to have to cut out the unnecessary. We said this in another video. Get rid of the unnecessary. You have to become more efficient, doing more with less. That is literally the definition of efficient. And the reason why you aren't playing more is because you aren't efficient enough. Become more efficient, you play more. Skill number 2. Skill number 3. This one is so good. Third most underrated skill, and this one's a tad bit trickier to work on when your workouts, is moving without the basketball. Yes, Steph Curry does get credited for quick release. He does get accredited for his shot creation, but what he really gets credit for, team, is should get credit for, is he does a fantastic job moving without taking this fact that he can shoot, taking the fact that he's well conditioned, taking the fact that he understands movement and spacing. He takes all of that and he does such a fantastic job at moving without the ball, creating extra scoring opportunities. Think about this. Every quarter for 4 quarters, or if you're watching this and you're in college, 2 halves, and you score 4 points, 2 buckets, or at the goal from moving without the ball, whether the ball is being driven middle and you cut baseline, or whether the ball is being baseline and you cut down from a wing or the top or the summit position, and you either score or get fouled because the defense is not expecting you to go do that. Here's what's going to happen. Think about it like this. Every quarter, that is 16 more possible points. 4 in the first, 8 in the second, 12 in the third, and then 16 points in the fourth quarter. You cannot tell me that your playing time does not go up because you are now labeled as the guy who does things that other guys are not willing to do, and that is simply move without the basketball. Here's a couple things about moving without the basketball. A lot of people think you have to have a high IQ for a high basketball IQ in order to move without the ball. But I'm gonna tell you that is important. But what's 1A, if that's 1B, is just having extra effort. You being a guy who says, I'm going to do whatever it takes to play more. I'm going to do whatever it takes to impact and be a game changer. So moving without the ball. A couple things behind that. Having extra effort and having a high level of basketball IQ. You have to. D Wade was so good at moving without the ball. He made a name for himself. The Flash. Why? Because he was there 1 minute, he was gone second. Because while your man was too busy staring at the ball. Oh man, bro, the ball finna come to me. D Wade's already done cut. Man, the art of moving without the basketball. That guy is like the Picasso. Okay. Couple things. So, learning to anticipate the offense. Do you have mastery in the offense? Do you understand that when this happens, the defense is supposed to react like that? And then 2, learning how to read your body language of your defender and knowing when he's committed too much, when he's given the offensive action more attention and seizing that opportunity. That is monumental. I'm telling you, you will become a walking double-double if you learn how to master the art of moving without the basketball. There's another guy I was watching a video. I'll drop a link in the description. Sasha, and I cannot say his last name, guys. I cannot. It starts with a V. Some of y'all probably know who I'm talking about. 10.6 points per every 1 dribble. I want you to think about your dribble to shot ratio, like we talked about in the previous tip. How many dribbles does it take you to get off every 1 shot attempt? If the answer to that question is, Coach, it takes me, 5, 6 dribbles per every 1 shot, that means you're literally if you shot the ball 10 times a game, okay, that means you dribbled 60 times a game in order to get those 10 shot attempts. Way too much. You need to spend time improving your effectiveness and increasing your point to dribble ratio. Okay, that's my advice to you guys today. And said I'll drop a link to my guy. That video was awesome. I was blown away by hearing that there's guys that are that efficient. Michael Jordan was somebody who was considered to be that efficient. Michael Jordan actually still holds. There's a metric in the NBA that they actually measure, which is it's literally called player effectiveness rating, right? I apologize. You hear Athena in the background. She's barking at other dogs, telling them to stay away from the house. The player effectiveness rating is how effective, plus minus, how much more positive than you are doing negative. We'll have a whole separate video for that. And Michael Jordan still holds the record, guys. I think 27.9 positive 28 consistently average. He impacted the game that much. And so, recap, Number one, most underrated skill, being a willing passer. Underrated skill number two, being effective off the catch and with your dribbles. Um, most effective, most underrated skill number three, moving without the basketball. And then lastly, the final one, and this is so important because the high school rules have literally, in here in Texas only specifically, have literally changed. Making and being a 85% free throw shooter or better. 85% team, that's the magic number. Why is that the magic number? Because that means for every 5 times you go to the free throw line, 4.5% of the time you're going to make your shots. That what you want me to tell you. You need it. Think about it like this. Take a look at a basketball game, whether you're talking college, whether you're talking high school, whether you're talking middle school, and you say to yourself, well, I don't really need to be really good at free throws. Okay, think about it like this. The average middle school game is shooting 15 shooting fouls a game, or 15 shooting fouls are called in a middle school game. 23 shooting fouls in a high school game, and 28 to 31, on average, 28 to 31 shooting fouls called in a collegiate 20-minute two-half game. If you're an 85% free throw shooter, coach is playing you late game. You have no business being on that court or asking for playing time if you can't make clutch free throws. The environment is hostile. They're yelling at you. They may have a picture of you, and they may have surfed you on the internet and found you and your social media handle and sent you hate mail and your girlfriend and know her name, and they yelling her name while you're shooting free throws, yelling your mama's name, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. In Texas, it is ruthless if you walk in some of these gyms, man. Some of these gyms take that sixth man pride of having their student section just doing all of this research just to distract you from making free throws. Okay, and so you need to be able to make free throws. I don't know a better way to say that besides you need to be good at making free throws. Okay, 85% or better. Especially if you plan on playing late game, late fourth quarter, second, late half, because that's when they really, really count. Those are free points. Think about it like this. You take 5 shots, and because you're effective, you get fouled on 2 of those 5. Let's say you're 60%. You making those free throws is the difference between having 5 points and the difference between having 11 before the half. At the end of the game, it's the difference between having 10 and it's the difference between having 17, scratching, sniffing 18 points. Does this make some sense? So, guys, I hope I'm giving you some nuggets here on what you need to be spending some time on in your workouts, in your daily basketball pursuit. The 4 easiest ways to score double-double. It's simple. Be a willing passer. Right? Have the effectiveness of learning the sideline pass, being really good at the off dribble pass, being really good at the baseline pass, the post entry pass, being effective with being effective on the catch and with your dribble, having a low dribble to shot attempt, and having a really high point to shot ratio. Moving without the basketball, having a high IQ for the game of basketball, anticipating offenses and learning how to read individual and team defenses and learning how to move without the ball, being willing to give extra effort, right? Being well conditioned, and lastly, making free throws. Guys, if you take care and do those things, those are the things that are going to translate, and it's going to make you a dominant player on any court that you walk into. As I said, guys, man, this is Coach Graham, Point 5 Basketball. If you found value in today's video, hit the subscribe, hit the like, share this video with somebody else, play it back, watch it again, save it as a bookmark, whatever it is that you need to do. And guys, until next time, man, don't wish it was easier. You just need to get better. Till next time, guys, take care.